Hey guys, it's Dave with Dudes Did It. I just filmed an amazing video for you guys, and I'm going to show you that video right now. Hey guys, welcome back. I bet you're waiting to see that amazing video I filmed for you. Well, guess what? I didn't hit the record button on my camera, and I stood here in front of a camera that was off for 10 or 15 minutes, running my mouth, and guess what? I didn't film anything. So that just means that this video's got to be better, right? Here's the deal. We went to some garage sales over the weekend, and I'm about to show you what we got at those garage sales over the weekend. And I'm going to try to do it just as good as I did it the first time because it was amazing. I mean, if this doesn't turn out as good, you're just going to have to believe me and give me a thumbs up and drop a comment below. Tell me how amazing it was anyway, right? Why not? First garage sale we went to was a garage sale. We showed up about 20 minutes after they opened. Nobody around. I'm excited. There's not a lot of stuff, but I'm excited because we're the first ones there. And it's in the middle of the boondocks, which is kind of where we live, so we knew where we were going. The lady was still unpacking boxes in this garage sale. One of the things that she pulled out of a box and just set on top as she walked away and casually put up this ugly pirate ship decoration on a shelf. Like, she valued that pirate ship. That was worth money. Let me put that out before I put something else out. Here's what she put out. She put out two brand new in package Tiger Electronics handheld games from 1999. That's right, 1999. Not so long ago if you're my age. Could be forever ago if you're a lot younger than me. She put out Hollywood Squares based off of the TV game show that used to be out. Kids, go on YouTube and look up Hollywood Squares. It was kind of entertaining. Hollywood Squares. And Concentration. Also entertaining. But these two games, she had them out on top, and I asked her, I said, well, how much are you asking for these? And she said, oh, $3 each? Or $3. I had one in my hand. And she said, oh, $3. And I said, oh, $3 each? And she goes, I'll give you both for $5. My eyes lit up. Tiger Electronics, handheld games, vintage, right? I'm buying them, $5. Guys, do your homework. Do some research before you go out to sales, because guess what? These two Tiger Electronics games are not the ones you're looking for, because they're probably going to maybe get me $10 or $15 total, if I'm lucky, and there's a sucker out there, or somebody as old as me that just wants to play the games. If not, I'm probably going to play them. I'm probably going to film a video of me playing them, and you're probably going to suffer through it. But you'll like it anyway because you guys are awesome. The next thing we got out of the yard sale, oh, it's way down here. I'm back. Okay, is, again, do your research. This is a Callaway Diablo Edge Tour golf driver cover. Now, I've seen other people's videos. I won't mention any names, but they picked these things up and made it look easy. They're like, yo, golf club covers, they sell. So at $2, I didn't even wait a second. I grabbed it. $2, why not? Well, at $2, here's what's going to happen with this. I'm probably going to list it on eBay and hope that I may get my $2 back, or hope that there is somebody with a one-legged dog with a really big foot that needs a new boot, because that is about what it's worth, guys. $2 down the tubes. I'll have to make it up somewhere else. The next garage sale we went to was a community sale, and it's in a tight parking lot. They took this whole entire gated community and they told everybody, hey, we're going to have a yard sale. It's the first time they've ever had it. They've been there probably 6 or 7 years, I want to say now. And they had this sale in a parking lot, but they made everybody bring their stuff to one little parking lot. So it was crammed, and there was a lot of people. And for those that don't already know, I walk with a cane with my right hand, and it is tight and it's tough to get around. I have a bum knee. It's a long story. It's for another day. So I found this one little old lady sitting with her little table, a 4-foot by 4-foot table. And she didn't have a whole lot of stuff to sell, but she did have a stack of hats. So I started to kind of look through the hats, and I saw a few that piqued my interest, and I said, you know what? Let's see what we can do on these hats. She had a sign on the hats that said they are $35 for all the hats. I knew that a lot of the hats weren't good, but I knew that there was good hats in there. So I said, you know what, I'm going to take a chance and see what happens. And I said, would you take 20 for the hats? She said, absolutely. They were my grandson's hats. I thought, well, they're not doing him any good because the grandson, she tells me, lives in San Diego. We're in New York. I win. Grandson loses. So I did comp some of the hats. I first got home and I threw out half or more of the hats because the hats that were just gross, I don't want to deal with. I'm not going to spend the time cleaning a hat because you went to vacation on Myrtle Beach and you decided to wear that hat while you're playing golf, and it is just laden with sweat. I mean, you ever find a used hat at a garage sale and you pick it up thinking, whoa, I found a cool hat, and the next thing you know, you're like, wow, I think they dumped a bottle of vinegar in there. It's gross. It's nasty. Don't sell those hats, guys. If you got a garage sale and you got vinegary smelling, dirty, nasty, stinky, scummy hats, throw them in the garbage. Because I don't want to touch them, and I don't want to look through them, and neither do you. And if you don't want your stinky, nasty, dirty, scummy, vinegary smelling hat, nobody does. I mean, come on. So, on to the hats. All the hats I kept are fitted New Era 5950 hats. Most are baseball. This particular one is, I believe, it is the Anaheim Angels of baseball. This hat is a size 7 1/4. It's a nice hat. It's in good shape. There's like one little tiny little crease right here, which I'll try to get out, or you know, try to fix it before I ship it off. I should make, on the low end, conservatively speaking, I should be able to pull at least $10 profit on average off of these hats. I have 9 of them, so I spent $20. I should get back at least $90. That's a $70 profit after my fees and everything else is done. So, I mean, $20 into 70, that's not bad. I'll take it. The next hat I found, which was a rather plain one, was this Texas hat. Again, it's a 5950, New Era. It is a 7 3/8, and they're all various. I can't tell a way to tell what years they are, so they're all various years and various time frames. That one's just, I mean, it's a little bit beat, but it's clean. It's clean on the inside. It's not dirty. So I'm going to stick that one up. The next hat we found was this Chicago White Sox, and I could not find a comp for this, in gray with the black and white pinstripe on it. It's a nice hat. Again, New Era 5950. This one is size 7 3/8. Now you might be saying, hey, how come you don't keep some of these hats? Well, because I have a rather large head. In case you didn't notice in any of these videos that we've been filming, my head is gigantic. And I'm a size 8. You know what else is a size 8? Like a watermelon. Go to the store and like put a hat on a watermelon. That's me. Hat on a watermelon. The next one we found was this nice looking New York Mets with the orange trim. Very nice hat. Very clean. Very good condition. This one also 7 1/8, and it's a nice hat. And Kevin is a big Mets fan, so that one I thought was going to be a goner for sure. Bear with me. Hang on a second. It is warm in here. Big guy problems. Not everybody knows what I'm talking about. But Kevin's a Mets fan. I thought he might steal that. Lucky for me, it's just a wee bit small on him. Which leads me to our next hat, which I thought I was going to lose as well. And this is also a New York Mets with a cool state logo in the background. That is the state of New York in the background. You can tell it's the state of New York because if you look right down here is where New York City is. And you see the rest of the state is up here because all the money that we pay in taxes sucks right down. It sucks right down to New York City. We don't, up here, we don't get that money. We pay that money and it goes right down to the city. That is what we say when we live in New York. But anyhow, nice brown New York Mets hat. We like that one. The next hat we have is also couldn't find a comp for. And I don't know baseball a lot, but I do know that I did a little research. And that right there is the California Angels. Same team, different time frame as the other Angels. The California Angels. Also, you have the Anaheim Angels. And there's some other Angels in there too, but Maybe one of you California people can help me out. Put it in the comments down below. Not sure. This one also 7 1/8. Really nice shape. Couldn't find a comp on it with this particular design on it. So I'm hoping that one does well. The next one I found has a little bit of schmutz. It's just a little stickiness from a sticker left right here. I don't know if you can really see it. I'm going to clean it off. It is a Cincinnati Reds. Could not find a comp for this particular design anywhere online. Also New Era 5950. Hey, if any of you guys watch Cincinnati Picker, maybe you can find out for me if he is a size 7 1/8 in a fitted hat. And then you can direct him to my channel and he can send me a message and maybe I got a hat for him. I mean, I don't like Cincinnati Picker or Cincinnati Reds. I'm not a Reds fan. But he is, and I have his hat right here. So if you're on his channel, let him know. Dudes Did It has his hat. I'd love to get it to him. The next hat I found, my favorite hat of the collection. Well, it's going to be my second favorite, but it is my favorite for design. The second hat that I found, second favorite hat that I found, and I probably just showed you. I was gonna do this thing where I was like, hey, who can tell me what that logo is on that hat? What team is it? So if you didn't see the back, and you want to take a guess at what logo that particular logo is, what team logo that is, drop it in the comments down below. And if you get it right, you know, you win bonus points and stuff. That logo right there is a football team called the New Orleans Voodoo. Yeah, not the NFL. However, it is the AFL, which was the Arena Football League. And the Arena Football League is no longer around. It's not available to watch. It's not available to root for them or anything of that nature. It was around, then it went away, then it came back, then it went away, and now it's gone. As far as I know. If I'm wrong, somebody correct me. Let me know if it's back again. I don't think it is. I've done my research. Anyhow, it is just an amazing paint splatter print on the front of that. It's a New Era 5950. The hat is a size 7 1/8. It is a beautiful hat. I looked and comped these hats on eBay. I found one. Maybe two, of the hats from New Orleans Voodoo. The one hat I found is it's like a brown plaid hat. One had sold, and the other one that's still up there, at least at the time of this video, they have it listed as a nice, beautiful, hard to find, rare hat from the New Orleans Voodoo that's a part of the NHL. NHL? The National Hockey League? The National Hockey League has a team called the New Orleans Voodoo. If they do and I'm wrong, I stand corrected. But I'm pretty sure they played football in the Arena Football League. Guys, do your homework before you put stuff on eBay. If I'm wrong, I'll do my homework before I film freaking videos for YouTube. I mean, come on. So the funny story is, as I told you, I walk with a cane. The lady I bought the hats from, the big pile of hats, had no bags. I was unprepared. I didn't have a bag to carry stuff around. So I had a pile of hats in this arm. Remember, there's a lot of people. And a cane in this hand. And I'm walking, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm going to have to go drop this all the way down at the car in order to finish this yard sale. However, as I turned around and looked, there was a big box of stuff that said free stuff. Well, there's a big pile of stuff that said free stuff that the people across from her was selling. I spotted the big box. I said, you know what? I'm going to go over there. I'm going to take whatever's in the box because I don't want to be the guy that be like, I don't want your free stuff. I just want your box. Thanks. So I threw the hats in the box, and in the box, I found something pretty cool. I found Fangora's Best Horror Films book. Not super valuable. Maybe it'll make me $5 or $10 on eBay. But it is a super cool book. It's got all kinds of stuff in here about horror movies, from the birth of the horror movies, you know, all the way up through whenever this book was printed, which I didn't look at anyway. But there's some cool pictures in here. There's Pinhead. There's Freddy Krueger. There's things from Halloween. There's things in here from, you name it, it's in here from start to finish. So it's got Alien in here. It's even got the Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's not the Duma pictures in here. It's full page. Pretty cool. You guys remember when I said do your homework? I didn't do my homework. I quoted a line from Kindergarten Cop when it was from Total Recall. Duh. I'm going to stick that up, see if it sells. If not, I'll probably read it. On to the last hat. And I saved this one for last because it's got an interesting story behind it. So if you stuck around, you might get a BOLO here. This is a New York Mets hat. It's a New Era, 59.50. Don't know what year. Size 7 1/4. What's relevant about this hat to note is that crown that is above their logo. And this is in shiny silver stitching. This crown above their logo, I looked to try to find comps. The only comp I could find close to this was a LA hat with the crown above the logo. And it sold for $100. Now I was like, why did this hat sell for $100? Do I have a Black Diamond VHS for Disney? Ah, I'm in the money. It sold, according to that listing, for that price because the hat was a banned hat. So I said, a banned hat. Okay, let me look this up. I Googled it. Turns out New Era made a line of hats back in the day that got banned. I won't say banned. They got heat put on them from the government because of the hats, and they decided to pull all those hats back from the retailers. The retailers were supposed to send all the hats back to them. Whatever hadn't sold at that point were, come on back. So there are some out there still, but they are rare. And the reason that they were pulled back is because the government said, listen, we have a problem with the crown. The reason they had a problem with the crown was because at the time, New Era put out 3 kinds of hats. They put ones with the crown. They also put ones with a blue bandana with the logo of the team on it, and a red bandana with the logo of the team on it. The problem that they had with that was the three of the major gangs, the blue ones for the Crips, the red ones for the Bloods, and the crown for the Latin Kings, they had adapted the hats to their gang affiliation with their favorite team on it. So the government kind of got involved and stepped in, and they said, hey, we think that's a bad choice that you guys made. You're kind of marketing this to gang members. They pulled them back. There's still some out there. I have yet to find a New York Mets one. Sorry, don't kill me if you are a Mets fan. New York Mets one with the crown on it. I don't know if this is one of the ones that have been banned. I'm assuming they were all pulled back and they were all banned. I'm hoping so. I'm going to do more research before I list this. But this potentially could be a $100 hat you're looking at. So if you see these hats and they have the crown on them, they might be worth picking up just to take the chance. Do the research, do the homework. If anybody knows anything out there that's watching about the whole banned hat thing, or if you have more information other than what I've been able to find, please drop us a comment down below. Find a way to get a hold of us. I think our email is attached to the YouTube page. Email me. Let me know, because I'd be really interested to know the story behind the banning of it prior to putting it up. I don't mind holding on to it to find out. Guys, I really appreciate you taking the time to see what we found over the weekend at the yard sales. I really appreciate you guys taking the time so far this month. We did a self-imposed challenge to put out 30 videos in 30 days in the month of June. We did that to help ourselves get better. We want to be better in front of the camera. We want to be better at what we're doing. We want to be better at editing. We want to be better. We want to make the channel better for you guys, the viewer, and make it more enjoyable. So, bear with us through the month of June. Thank you so much for all the support. I know I'm hitting you guys every single day with a video, whether it be on our end with the dudes that are reselling stuff, or with Red Hawk Vending with the vending videos. I'm really hoping you're enjoying them. According to what I'm reading in the comments, you guys really do enjoy them. We appreciate the support. We are going to let you guys go. Finish up the rest of your weekend. Enjoy. Good luck with all of your sales. Have a great day. It's Dave from Dudes Did It.